WrestleMania 22, namely with the Undertaker, who we mentioned earlier, you talked to earlier today. But I imagine the pressure was huge for that match. I'd love to take us inside your mind though, what the discussion for an Undertaker WrestleMania match looks like and what your mindset was.
I didn't have no pressure there at that point.
Really? That's incredible.
No, no, I had wrestled a year and probably 30 or 40 matches against the Undertaker at that point. And um, the I was ambitious. I wanted to have the best WrestleMania casket match that had been done. I'm in the ring, no bells and whistles, jumping off of scaffolds and
Right.
none of that kind of stuff. I'm talking about the best physical match. The guy that beat him up the most, I call it ugly somebody up.
Yeah.
And like very few people were able to put the Undertaker in jeopardy.
Yeah.
And it be believable, and it be what you expected. How are you gonna get like the best guy in the world to battle back from looking like it was over for him?
Mm-hmm.
I must have been pretty good to be able to beat a guy that put him in jeopardy. So I respected the work that I put in before. When we went to WrestleMania, I wanted to prove to the world at that point that I belonged there, that I wasn't in that spot because of my good looks. I wanted it to be because of my talent. So that's kind of how we went into it. And we had, you have to ask him. And I don't like just patting myself on the back too much because it gets gratuitous. But he said that it was I was the biggest threat outside of Kane.
And that is
And
high praise.
he wrestled a bunch of dogs
Oh yeah.
casket match. And, to be there, I just feel very honored just to be even mentioned in that breath as the guys that greatest competitions that he had.
Yeah. And there was so much cool aura to the whole match too. Cause yeah, WrestleMania 22. I mean, their earlier casket matches were awesome as well. But this one it sticks in my mind. I remember you being rolled out in that giant casket, by the way. That was a massive casket that was there. What is
I'm
it
a big fella.
Yeah, but so is Undertaker too. I imagine for either one of you would have been a crazy ride. But what is your mind when you're inside the casket being wheeled out and you hear everything happening around you, but you can't see it?
Man, I'm claustrophobic. I'm gonna leave it at that.
That's even worse. Yeah.
It's even worse. I had to suck it up. And I tell people all the time, man, life ain't perfect.
Hmm.
Man, I had to suck it up.
Right.
I mean, damn near, uh, shaking like I was freezing
Mhm.
being in that box.
Yeah.
And, like I can't, every time you ever seen that movie Kill Bill and they put it
Unfortunately
on,
not. I wish I know I
good
need.
for you. You ain't missing nothing because
Never mind.
there was a scene in that movie where she get put in a box. And that's when I had to stop watching. And I never saw the finish of it. But there was a point when I'm in the movie theater and I'm seeing her get kicked into this box and they close the door and start throwing dirt on it. I went and got some popcorn because I couldn't breathe. I
Yeah.
was sitting there in a room full of good oxygen and none of it was going into my body. And I had to leave. I'm dead serious.
Right.
And, here I am, all these years later, I still haven't seen that scene because every time I flip the channels and I see it coming on TV, I turn the channel.
You
I
know.
just like I'm truly I can't get an MRI without being sedated.
Right.
I've had so many surgeries and they had to medicate me. So it's me going in that coffin was a big deal.
Yeah.
And I got a lot of respect when I came in the back and I flew out of that coffin and ran outside
I was gonna ask. Yeah.
and I'm trying to breathe, like just to unnerve myself.
Mm-hmm.
I turned around, standing ovation from all the talent in the back. And when you get the respect of your peers and everybody is like, damn, man, like, I'm proud of you. It's a big deal.
Yeah. No, that's huge. That feels good. I don't know if it offsets the suffocating, but that's definitely a big deal.
No, it didn't, but it
It,
was good to
but
have.
it was good anyway. Yeah.
I went to catering and ate 3 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and
that,
about a half a gallon of milk to
that
sedate
comfort.
myself.
Yep. That's that comfort food.
Rewind, recap, relive. For over 50 episodes, the revolutionary force in wrestling interview.